Morning. All right, we got the rock bucket on. We're gonna go down that field that I disked up last night. My last field I was in. There are some big rocks in that field that the chisel plow brought up. So we're gonna go down and we're gonna pick those rocks out of that field. There's also a couple down trees I'm gonna push out of the way. And then go park this at another farm, and I'm gonna get a ride back and then hook up to the field cultivator, take the field cultivator down, work up the ground that I've just picked rocks in, and then hopefully by tomorrow morning those fields will be ready to be planted. And then tomorrow morning we'll just get the planters first thing and start planting. You guys want to know how to save a little money? I'm going to tell you. A lot of people like to use rocks for landscaping and stuff. So what they'll do is they'll go to a landscape place and buy rocks. All you got to do is find a farmer. And chances are, 9 times out of 10, if you go pick the rocks out of the field, the farmer's just going to give them to you. Because I'm going to tell you right now, rocks are a big nuisance. Like, look at this thing. That right there will break machinery. Farmers don't like rocks. And it's kind of like one of those things where nobody talks about it, but farmers deal with rocks all the time, every day, and every field across the world. And granted, they're not going to pick all the rocks. Because I'll be honest, I don't pick all the rocks. I pick big rocks, like the one I just showed you. That one definitely will get picked because of the fact that it will break machinery. And I know farmers that like to pick softball size and bigger rocks. I kind of look at it as a bowling ball size, I guess. I will pick softball size rocks if they're on top and I see them. I'm not going to go out of my way to grab a softball size rock, but if it's in my direct path or, you know, within eye shot or whatever, turning the wheel a little bit, I'll grab it. But like this field, when I chisel plowed this field, I brought up a bunch of those big rocks, and they're mainly on the other side of that hill there. But I also had a couple down trees that I went around when I was disking this yesterday, so I'm kind of pushing the trees off the edge, picking rocks, just because of the fact that how I mark the rocks is like right there. I picked the disc up and went over the rock. That way when I'm in this tractor, all I got to do is find the little green patch right there and go, I know there's a rock there, so I'll go pick that rock. There's another green patch right over here. There's another one right there. So I can scan the field, see these little green patches, grab the rock, and then when I come in with the field cultivator, I'll just circle around and hit that like 2 or 3 times with the field cultivator and knock all those weeds down. And I don't know a single farmer, I have never talked to a single farmer at all that enjoys going out to pick rocks. Like, everybody hates picking rocks. I hate picking rocks. It's just so, it's like you just drive around the field doing nothing but pick rocks. It's like you're not accomplishing anything, but you actually are. I mean, you're saving from breaking the machinery. And I just missed that rock because I was filming. But yeah, it's a job that needs to be done on a farm that nobody likes to do. You know, as I'm meandering around the field here looking for rocks, picking rocks, I got thinking. Picking rocks on the farm is a lot like life in general. And here's why I think that. Picking rocks is like your first job on the farm. Like when you're old enough to operate the pedals and drive the tractor, you get thrown in a loader tractor out in the middle of a field, wide open, so you don't hit nothing, and your whole job is to pick rocks. Get the rocks out of the field, pick the rocks. From there, you graduate up to, you know, mowing hay, running the grain cart, tillage equipment, planting, spraying, harvest, running the semis, things like that. You work your way up. And then, as you get old and retired, and the younger generations work on the farm, and they all have their jobs and everything, you kind of just sit around and you're like bored, because all you've ever done is farm your whole life, and you're seeing the equipment running, wishing you were out there. So what's Grandpa do? Gets back in that same loader tractor and goes start picking rocks for the kids again. You start your life picking rocks on the farm, and you end your life picking rocks on the farm. That's pretty much a vicious cycle. That beast is definitely a machine breaker. Alright, I think I got most of the boulders out of here. I haven't been seeing any more. I picked quite a few, more than I thought I would. I'm going to move over to the 20-acre chunk that's just a mile down the road, and I'm going to do that. And then from there we're going to park this and get back to the farm and get the big tractor and the field cultivator hooked up so we can finish working some ground. Alright, we are back at the farm, and I am going to top this off with fuel and cleaning out the unnecessary garbage in the cab, like broken parts, empty cans, chip bags, you know, all the unnecessary stuff that's rattling around in the cab, making noises and everything else that drives me nuts. Alright, we're full of fuel, we're hooked up, tire pressures are checked. I had to replace one sweep on there that we lost in the last field, so we should be good to go. Alright, I got this field done. It is ready to be planted. So now I'm going to fold up once I get up to the driveway here and move to the next field. And I'm hoping, because the next field's only like a 20-acre field, I'm kind of thinking, because it's only 4 o'clock, I'm kind of thinking I might be able to do that 20-acre field, then move to a 40-acre chunk a few miles down the road and possibly do that yet tonight too. That would give me like 110 acres to plant tomorrow morning, providing I have enough seed. This is the only piece of equipment we got that folds up really slow. It's drying up rather nicely. When it gets to be this dusty out, you get dust built up on the window and everything. This is how I clean it. Good as new. Alright, we are all done. We're ready to start planting tomorrow. I still have some more field work to do in the other part of this county, but everything on this side of the county is worked up and ready to be planted. It's about 150 acres over here that's ready to be planted that will start tomorrow. Alright guys, it is 10 minutes to 9. So I'm gonna go home, eat some dinner, relax a minute, finish editing the last video that I recorded and start editing this one, and then go to bed. Tomorrow we will be starting to plant first thing tomorrow morning, so I'll do another video tomorrow, I guess. Of course, they come out every other day, so it'll be a few days before you see it. Alright, thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.